Alright, so we're quickly going to take a look at our toms. I'm going into the drums rack and looping this area here. Just playing the drums and our kick. And you know what? We're going to loop just one bar. So we still have these two tom elements. And we could play these towards the end of our pattern. And in order to enter an interesting feel, we could play toms every once in a while towards the end of our 8-bar pattern, for example. So something like, you know, somewhere here in this area. So let's quickly play back. Something like that. So this is usually a good position here. Could also play it with our low tom. Or in this position here. Or even both. Or the other way around. So playing this one first and then this one in tom mid. Could also play the same sample 2 times, but they have a slightly different character. So this one has a bit of a pitch down feel to it. It's moving down in the pitch a little bit, whereas this one maintains its note. So you can also tune them differently. Going to the drum rack, we have our low tom here. And if I select it here in the drum rack, I can transpose it up and down. So in order to transpose it right, let's actually put it in the context of a song. So I want to use this one now. I'm taking this one out for a second. 0, deactivate the note. Go back to the drum rack controls. We want to tune our low tom right now to the track we are playing. So playing everything. I'm bringing it up a little. Too high. I kind of like +2 semitones, so and let's move over to the end. Actually, I want to play towards the end of the pattern, so we should try it out here as well. Alright, and let's take a look at the other tom element. Taking this one out, playing this one now. Activate it. Tom mid. And go to this part. Okay, I'm going to keep it at -3. Notice if you're transposing it a lot down, you get some interesting sound manipulations as well. Maybe in some other track that might be useful. Going back into the MIDI editor and activating both of them now. Obviously, we don't want to play them all the time. So I quickly go back to just editing my drum rack and my kick. That one could come a bit more early, so we can just drag this note and move it a little to the front. Play it a bit too early here, and maybe this one just a bit too late. So it sounds a bit more natural, like a drummer that would be kind of late here and a bit too early here. right, and going back into the entire arrangement here. Now we only want to play this at the end of the 8 bars, so select the entire clip, right click, consolidate this one to create an 8 bar long clip. And now we are going to take off tom 1 to 7 and tom low 1 to 7. And just keep these two at the end. Okay, and now they're still a bit too loud, so I'm bringing both of these guys down a little. So -10 or -12 or something. Oh, that's too much in this case. So back to 8 and 6 maybe. Should be like the most obvious element here. Okay, and let's get an overview. I'm hitting Shift Z and move more out into the arrangement view here. And we could play our toms one more time at the end of this second main part, first pattern here. So I'm just going to copy this one over. It contains everything else we have working here as well. So just select this clip and copy it over. And actually I'm also going to change the color here to light gray and apply it to all of the clips. This is a really nice new feature in Ableton 10. I remember how I used to color these manually in Ableton 9. So now we have our toms set up, and let's move on to the next step.